Hi everybody, Beth Cohen here, and I am going to talk about using the iRig Pro. This is an amazing little device by the company IK Multimedia, and it is really amazing for recording videos onto your phone, your iPad, and getting a great direct sound, not the room sound. So let's do a little explaining first how the iRig Pro works. So here is the iRig unit itself. It's got this cable at the top. It comes with 2 or 3 of these. For the purpose of this video, we're going to use the iPhone ended cable because that's the one that is going to go into the iPhone or the iPad. Then the actual input into the iRig is at the bottom, and it will take 2 kinds of cables. It will take the end of your microphone cable, which is this guy, and he goes in just like that, or it will take a 1/4 inch, which fell, and that will go directly in here. One of those is the way you're going to get the sound into your iRig itself. The other features of it, it's got a little phantom power, which is on the end over here, and that is your power. If you're using a microphone that doesn't have its own power, a lot of the recording microphones need phantom power, but really for the purpose of our video today is for people that want to get multiple sources into their iRig, like a keyboard and a microphone together when they're playing, or a backing track and a microphone together. So that's why we are going to probably use the 1/4 inch cable to make that happen. Then you've got the dial here, which gives you some magnification of what's coming in. I usually like to keep it on about 5 because that's middle of the road, and then make sure that what's coming in has got a good signal. Now let's talk about how to get all of our inputs into the iRig. So the problem that my students have been having is that they want to get multiple sounds into the iRig at once. And the mistake that they're making is they only plug the microphone into the iRig and then they only hear the voice, or they only plug the keyboard into the iRig and they only hear the keyboard. So there are 2 ways to get multiple sounds into the iRig, and the 2 ways are option A, which is if you have a mixing board, some kind of mixer where you have multiple inputs and then you can take one output and that goes into the iRig. Or you have option B, which is a speaker that you can plug multiple things in. You can plug your microphone in, you can plug your keyboard in or your guitar into, and that has an out of the speaker. That out of the speaker is going to go into your iRig. So let's do option A, which is your mixing board option. So here is a small mixing board. This is the one that I use in my studio. They all pretty much work the same way. You're going to put your instrument, your vocal microphone into the board, and then there's going to be an out that sends it out to speakers or headphones. I've got my microphone at channel 1, and that's plugged in there. I've got the keyboard plugged in to channel 5 and 6, and then I have the MacBook plugged into channel 7 and 8, and this way I've got one microphone coming in, I've got the keyboard coming in, I've got backing tracks coming in, and they're all coming into home base. And that's what you want to have so that you can then take everything at once and send it out of the mixing board into the iRig. Then all of the things will come out of the mixing board via a 1/4 inch cable, and they will go into the in of the iRig, just like that. Okay, so now we have our iRig plugged into our recording device, our video recording device, and we are going to take the 1/4 inch out of the mixing board that has all of your sound inputs, your microphone and your keyboard or guitar or your backing tracks. And we take that and plug it into the iRig. And then you're going to see as I start, I'm just going to play the iPad for an example of sound. You see how things are changing, right? And so it's going from, well, now it's really, really red, which actually means it's too hot for the iRig. So you have a couple of choices. You can bring your input level down. So see now it's got a lot more green to it, and that's pretty ideal. It should function around green, orange, very, very little red. If you've got a lot of orange and red, what's going in there is too loud. So you either have to bring this down by this knob, or you can bring it down from your source, which is that mixing board. I'm going to bring it down from here just because it's easier. And then you know it's getting in there. So when you press record on your iPhone or your iPad, you know the sound is getting in there and that it's a good level for your video recording. And that's how that works. Now let's take a look at the other option, which is a speaker device that can take the inputs in and then send them back out to the iRig, just like this. I've got a small speaker here that might be similar to a small speaker that you've got at home. This particular one has 3 inputs, and you could put your microphone in here. You could put your keyboard or guitar 1/4 inch in here, and it works the same way as the mixing board. You're going to take the things you want, your microphone, your keyboard, your guitar, or your backing tracks, and you're going to put them into your small speaker. And then on this particular one, the out is on the back, and it works the same way as it would with the mixing board. There's an out, so you're going to put a cable in here that goes out of the speaker, and then that is going to go into the bottom of the iRig. So now you have all of your sounds together, your voice, your keyboard, or your backing tracks, all going into the iRig at one time. Same thing, you may have volume adjustments on your speaker, or you can adjust the volume on the iRig. And then again, same as before, if you see your orange and red and green lights, you know the input is coming in, and that's the way you want it to be for a good, clean recording. One more thing I will tell everyone is when you're done with your video recording, you want to unplug the iRig from your phone or your iPad because you won't be able to hear the sound from the video that you have just recorded until it's unplugged. It's a little bit of a nuisance, but it's definitely worth it because the sound is so good. I hope that you guys have enjoyed the video. I hope you learned and figured out how to make your own setup work so you can make some great videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon.